We're going to go ahead and get started this evening. So thank you so much for being here. We're going to walk through a 30,000-foot view of who we are here at TrūAura. This is the Trū Solutions call, and my name is Phillip Yarbrough. I'm the Director of Sales here at TrūAura and absolutely love what I get to do every day. What is that? I work for the corporate team. And as a corporate team, our job is to really meet you where you are as a consultant or maybe a potential and answer questions, meet you where you are and help you take your next step. You see, everybody's journey in TrūAura is just a little bit different. Success is defined by different people in different ways. You see, it's your business, your way. So as we go through the evening, if you have any questions, drop them into the chat, say hello, tell me you like my jacket or smile or whatever it might be. You can always communicate with me there. I also will have my cell phone number here. So it is 214-908-3221. Again, that's my personal cell phone number. Reach out to me, text, call, send a carrier pigeon. I just want to hear from you. Whatever I can do to help you in your business, whether you're a consultant jumping on here, just want to hear me ramble a little bit more, or you're a potential consultant and you really want to dive into what this business could look like for you. I want to be here for you as an asset to help you grow your business. So who is TrūAura? That's a great question. Thanks for asking. TrūAura started almost 3 years ago. In fact, next week is our 3-year anniversary. It started by the name of a man by the name of Rick Heath, who's been in the direct sales world and he really in the skincare world and game his whole life. I hate to just say his adult life because his father was in it. And it was in that direct sales world that he found his place as well. And he's been professionally in this space for about 30 years. It's not just Rick, it's actually his whole family. This is a family-owned business, TrūAura is. It's like I said, it started 3 years ago. And Rick's 2 sons work in the finance department. One heads up as the CFO of the company, as well as his other son working in the finance department. His daughter, who's a teacher, in fact, a toy, I learned what that term means, a teacher of the year here in Dallas. She's also a consultant. She loves the product. His wife is involved in the day-to-day business as well. You see, this is not just some company that's trying to make money fast, a gimmick that says, hey, we got this, and looking for private equity and investors and how can we flip it to make some money. This is someone who actually wants to put his family on the line, his own savings, and say, I believe in what we're doing. That says a lot about someone. It speaks to the character not only of the company, but of the people that are involved in it. You see, the direct sales world has been attacking and working with the skincare world for a long, long time. In fact, almost since the direct sales world began almost a century ago. Skincare has been part of our culture for centuries. And whenever we look at what skincare can be, to really be different and differentiate between other companies, you have to be a disruptor. And that's truly what TrūAura is. We'll talk about through our product about how we disrupt a multi-billion, yes, B with a $1 billion industry. Disruptors are the fastest growing companies in the world right now. Everybody's going this way and you go, hey, there's got to be a different way to do this. Let's talk about microbiomes. Let's talk about probiotics, prebiotics. Let's talk about flora. These are stuff that you talk about with what? Your gut. And what we want to do is we want to bring it to the largest organ of your body, your skin. Because you can't always control what goes on your body. You can control what goes in it. And we care so much about our gut. Let's start caring about our skin the same way and give it a healthy diet so it can thrive. I want to start here on this screen and I want to talk about over on this side. I'm going to go from right to left instead of left to right, but it's really about the intersection of integrity, ethics, honesty, and respect. Believe me, I'd be naive to think that other companies don't talk about this. And in fact, if other companies don't talk about it, it should be a red flag. Everyone talks about this intersection. But it isn't until difficulty, it isn't until trials and tribulations that you come up with that these things don't rise to the surface. Integrity, honesty, respect. Transparency is another one. Accountability. Working closely together. I don't know if any of you noticed, but in 2020, we had some crossroads, right? We had some trials. We're still in some of those. You might be joining us because you had some of those trials. It might be a loss of job or a family member's loss of job, whatever it might be, and you're looking to supplement an income. And what I can tell you, I started with TrūAura 1 year ago, this month. I have not known TrūAura in a time that wasn't a little bit filled with trials and circumstances and situations. And what I can tell you right now is that it's led with this. It's led with integrity, ethics, honesty, and respect. And it's whenever those things come that cream rises to the top. Some people talk about gold and how gold is refined, that gold is heated up with fire, or what some people might call a trial. And the impurities come to the surface to be scraped. What I've noticed is that, yes, there's been some things that have need to be changed and different things, but what came to the surface in the heating up of that refining process were these words, people that represent these as well. Over here is those people, the community that we represent, the sisterhood, we might call it. Yes, I'm a part of a sisterhood, so is Rick. I've been in the direct sales world for almost a decade now, was in the traditional corporate world for a decade before that. To be a part of something that's a community is different. It's different than just a business. It's different than just numbers. It's being a part of something that builds into people, encourages people, knows people's personal life and ins and outs, knows how people tick and talk, understands what their definition of success is, also understands their characteristics and qualities and points them in the direction so that they fit just right. Hence the puzzle over here, that these pieces are actually the characteristics and qualities that are carved out specifically for you. What you'll notice is the word community is already written out on this puzzle because the foundation over the last 3 years has been laid with a wonderful sense of community and sisterhood that you get to benefit from. The beautiful thing I love about this picture is that whenever you put a puzzle together, what's the first thing you do, right? You go get the border pieces. Why? You get those border pieces so that you can limit your vision. So you don't look outside of that. It really starts to put you in a bubble so that you can understand where the pieces go. What I love about this, you don't see any border pieces, no straight edges, right? Why? Because we don't want to limit the possibilities of where TrūAura can go. We don't want to limit your vision. We don't want to limit the company. And that leads us to here in the middle, and this represents who we are as a company. And what we want to do, we want to be the hand up to you, not the hand out. So many people want to do it for you, and ultimately they reach down and they end up putting you on their back and doing it for you, but that doesn't help you. And what they're ultimately doing is what they want for themselves. It's a selfish way of helping people. It's not teaching them to fish, it's just handing them one. And what we want to do is, as you're climbing your own mountain on your own journey, we want to be the hand up to you, not the hand out. This isn't easy. I'm not going to lie and tell you, oh, you just sit back and wait for the orders to come in. You have to work. You've got to reach out to people. You've got to believe in the model, in the business, and even more so in the product. But you got to tell people about it. Don't keep the secret. You want to actually be reaching out. And it's not always easy, but it is fun. and you're in business for yourself, but never by yourself, because you've got that sense of community always right there with you. I love getting to hear testimonial stories of people that love what we do. In fact, this is April Matheson, and she is a beautiful picture of who we are. I love this picture. She put it on our closed group, and it's her sitting at her dining room table first thing in the morning. Still's got her pajama pants on, got her ball cap on. Don't forget the coffee. We love our coffee here at TrūAura. I do caffeine and conversations where we get people together and just chat on Wednesdays, and I give a little bit of motivation and training, and that's all available to you when you join. And she's doing business right there from her replicated website, reaching out to her team, leading that team. And in fact, in this month, if I remember correctly, she sold over $11,000 in that month. 2 months later, $18,000. These are things that you can do for your business if that's the success you want to define. It's fun. And she loves it because the flexibility and control that she has over her schedule allows her to hang out with her kiddos in the afternoon. See, she doesn't have to choose one over the other. She's able to have this work-life integration that is absolutely beautiful. Here's some other things that people love about what we do.
It has put me out of my comfort zone, given me confidence I never knew I could have.
I love sharing samples with my family and friends of the products that I love and use every day from TrūAura. The best part about that is getting a surprise text, personal message about how much they liked it, maybe how they've never used something like this before, and how well it worked for them.
So it's really diving into the product, why people love it, and then also the connection with people and that sense of community that they both talked about. So many people go, okay, I'm loving what I'm hearing, is that this is a company that has the intersection of trust, integrity, respect. We're building a sense of community. We have great product that we believe in. We're differentiators and we're disruptors in a multi-billion-dollar industry. Awesome. So am I too late? No, not too late at all. This is a simple product adaptive curve. It's more of a macroeconomic chart. I did not put this together, but let's just look at it in this way. Down here at the bottom here, it says innovators. Innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. This is 2.5% are innovators. These are your these are your Da Vinci's, your Steve Jobs, Tim Cook, Bill Gates, the forward thinkers of our generation. They're also philosophers, these innovators and forward thinkers. Early adopters represent about 13.5% of the population. These are the people that say, hey, I love what you're thinking and talking about. I want to go there. I want to talk about that. I want to buy that. These are the people that are in line at the Apple store to get the phone on day 1. All right. Early majority, this is 34%. This is where you really start to see the uptick in a business. The early majority is at 34% of people. These are the people that say, I'll wait for the line to die down before I get my iPhone. The late majority, 34%, they say, I'll wait until I have an upgrade. The laggard says, I'll wait until the phone I have dies. You don't grow your business on the laggards or people waiting for a reason to buy something. You grow a business on the early adopters and early majority. So where are we? Where is TrūAura on this? I would say we're probably about the 7% mark, right around here. Very early adopter phase. We've laid the groundwork. We've had the blood, sweat, and tears and foundation of what we're doing. And this should excite you because we're really here right before the takeoff phase. We've gone out of the, let's call it infancy stage of a business or startup phase. We've moved from startup phase right here into infancy stage, and then you hit the growth phase. And the growth phase can last a long time. It's just about creating new customers and new people coming in. And that's the beauty about direct sales. And we'll get into in a little bit of how we do what we do, is because you really have that growth based off of new people coming into your business. And that's how it can continue on this for a long, long time. So throughout the evening, I want to do go through three things pretty quickly. And I want to go through it in this simple model. It's Simon Sinek. He's my man crush. He's written a lot of great books. Simon Sinek, if you're looking for a good quarantine book, it's start with why, then talk about the how, and then the what. So what is that? In TrūAura terms, that means your impact, your flexibility, and your disruption. Impact is connected to the why, flexibility to the how, and then disruption to the what, our product. Well, let's get started with the why. Whether you're doing this part-time, full-time, or big time, no matter how you decide to do your TrūAura business, you're going to start with making an impact. Making an impact with our product, making an impact with our business model, making an impact in your own family. And once you start to make an impact in other people's lives, not your own, that's the secret to our business, is you want to impact others. It leaves a marked effect on them and gives you meaning and significance. As you start to have that meaning and significance, this middle circle, you feel fulfilled in your daily walk. And in that daily walk, what happens? When you feel meaning and purpose, meaning, it gives you purpose. You spring out of bed a little earlier. You tell more people about it. And when you're telling more people about it, what happens? You're impacting more lives. And when you impact more lives, it gives you more meaning, giving you more purpose. You tell more people, and maybe part-time turns into full-time, and full-time turns into big time, while still having the flexibility and control. That brings us to the how we do what we do. We represent the direct sales industry. I love the direct sales industry. I had a preconceived notion, probably much like yourself, of what it is. What I want to tell you right now, throw it out the window. It is a customized shopping experience. That's why it started in the first place. It wanted to connect relationship with consumerism. Relationship with consumerism. I know you want to help support me, and we want to have a social engagement. Come over to my house, hang out. And then at the end of it, I'm going to tell you about some products that I think will impact you. If you want them, get them. That's all it was. It was the first gig economy. If you haven't heard that term, it's been pretty popular recently. Research it. It's all about flexibility and control, having flexibility in your daily schedule and control over it. Some call it full-time flex, part-time flex, those type things. Some of the biggest gig economy companies out there are Uber, Lyft, and Airbnb. Airbnb actually just went public recently. The other two are already public. And Airbnb just crossed $100 billion valuation. This isn't something that's just like, maybe people are going to do this gig economy thing. The real world, we'll call it the real world, traditional business is trying to figure out what we do. You might go, oh, well, no, Uber and Lyft and Airbnb are different. No, it's people that have control over their schedule and have flexibility. They can work, what they put in is what they get out. They don't have a boss. They actually control the business themselves, but they don't have the back office and the inventory and all of these other things to take care of. And that's what Uber, Lyft, and Airbnb do, so that you can have your personal business. Does this make sense? They're direct sales businesses. Amazon, direct sales business. How? They provide a platform for people to connect product to consumer, relationship with consumer. That's direct sales. Now the exciting part, the what we do. Our product. I already talked a little bit about it at the beginning, but what we really want to do, or not what we want, what we are doing is we're giving a healthy environment for your skin to thrive. I won't stand in front of the pretty lady. There she is. Oh man, we kind of look good together. I'm kidding. But we want to give a healthy environment for your skin to thrive. And so whenever we do that, we have three different areas that we want to touch on, and that's to preserve, support, and supplement. As you preserve, support, and supplement your skin, what do you end up finding? You get noticeable results. Noticeable results. That's what anybody's looking for. Any company wants, like, that's how you get repeat customers. That's how you get loyalty, is that you do what your product, your product does what you say it does, and then you get noticeable results with that. I'm telling you, I love the way my skin feels. Everyone does. It is we're providing a healthy diet for your skin to thrive. You can reach out to the person who invited you to this call and learn more about how to, or more about the products. You've probably used them. That's probably why you're here. You love the products and you're like, I'd love to connect with people and connect the relationship and consumerism. The product is wonderful, and it's something that you can be confident in sharing with other people. So if you're going to be starting a business for yourself, what do we want to do? We want to make sure we give you tools to succeed. And we give you those tools to succeed so that you truly have a feeling of purpose, and that you're getting value in representing a company. Many times, whenever you start your own company, you have to come up with inventory, you have to come up with back office, you have to come up with website, you have to come up with an app, you have to come up with all of these things. What we want to do is provide all of that for you. And here's some of the other things that people love.
In a way that I didn't even know I needed, allowing me to connect with these women and offer healthy beauty solutions and gain new friendships in the process.
I love doing Facebook virtual parties just to give tips and tricks for women to feel and look great in their own skin.
I think you should join us to experience these benefits too.
And so you heard something there. Tips and tricks. You go, I don't have any tips and tricks. Great. What we do is we want to provide tools to you. We have through our YouTube channel that gives training and advice. We have different people with the corporate team like myself that are investment for you. We have our Facebook closed group where you can go there and find multiple different resources of content, as well as the field in general. These training and tools, yes, they involve an app and a website and marketing materials, images, all of these different things that you're able to use and not have to spend your own capital to create it. So some of these things are, like I said, the replicated website and app. The other big thing is your back office. What is that? Back office is your reporting and resource library, where you can find everything you need to make sure you thrive in this business. So whether you're joining because you are an entrepreneur, you've got that vision, or maybe you don't even know that you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you're like, I have that competitive spirit. I've always kind of wanted to start my own business. I'm an idea person. I'm real outgoing. Everybody always tells me I should start my own business. I don't play well with others like bosses. Maybe you are an entrepreneur and you just haven't, you've been fearful because of the kind of capital you have to come up with. This is the perfect plan for you. You don't have to come up with the capital. The product is there for you. You don't have to carry inventory. You just go out, you build your business how you want to. You might be a burned out professional, somebody who's lost a job, or maybe you had a loved one and you have to supplement that income or actually replace an income. If that's you, I'm sorry that that's what you're going through. It's not easy, but we want to be a soft landing place for you and maybe a bridge to something new. And that something new might be us too. You might start out as part-time and you go, I really like this, and it becomes full-time. We want to be that soft landing place. The other one is the power mom. My sister's a power mom. I don't have any kids myself, but I have 3 beautiful nieces. And I was talking to my sister the other day, and she said, just juggling all their schedules. And she's like, I'm more productive the more I have going on. But at the end of the day, I'd need like some forced adult interaction. I need like times that I'm supposed to get together with other moms and adults, and we have a commonality between us. Maybe it's the second act. You've moved on to a point of retirement. Congratulations. But in that time, you've developed a career of wisdom and characteristics and qualities that you need to pull from and embark onto other people. And this is a wonderful place to do that. I encourage you to really consider what we're doing here at TrūAura. We're at the forefront of something extremely special, being a disruptor in a multi-billion-dollar industry. So you might say, well, what's the income potential? I need to know that, right? Well, first of all, we have personal sales bonuses. Personal sales bonuses, and it's a tiered commission bonus structure. You make 20 to 50% off of everything you sell. The more you sell, the more percentage you make. It's the opposite of the real world, corporate world, whatever you want to call it. Because there, the more you sell, the less percentage you make. Why? Because it's too big of a customer. They'll end up bringing it in-house because they have to go on slimmer margins for the bigger orders and those type of things. Here, we want to reward the people with the top sales. And so at $2,500 and above, that's when you trigger your 50% or more on your retail sales. So everything you sell, not just 2,500 and above, but we activate it throughout the whole month. So if you do it on the 28th day of the month, we retroactive all the way back to dollar number one and level you up at the end of the month to make sure you get paid for all of that. You do it on day 2 because you have people in your loyalty program, or day 5 because our loyalty ships on the 5th day. If you do it on the 5th day and you have enough people in that loyalty program that gets you to 2,500, then guess what? All of your retail sales, because you make a certain percentage on your loyalty, but all of the people in your retail that you sell just regular retail to will make 2,500 for the whole month. It's a great way to do it. It's a wonderful way to really launch a business. Here's some of the people that love the income they're making with TrūAura.
Day one, I was thoroughly impressed with the TrūAura skincare line. The first time I used it, I said, wow, this is something. It's been a fantastic experience being a TrūAura consultant. Thankfully, from day one, I earned income, and within a week, I received my first paycheck. Who does that? That's amazing. Well, TrūAura does. And just the flexibility is just wonderful, having a large family, being wife and brother to 7 children. It fits right in.
TrūAura definitely has provided my family with extra income. This past summer, I was able to buy a new iPhone, which I use for my business as well. And also last month, my family moved. And so when we were setting up our new house, I made a couple of expensive runs to Target for things that we needed. And instead of worrying about where that money would come from, I just paid it with my TrūAura cash, which was huge and fun and free as well.
TrūAura has done so much for me with the people lifting me up and empowering me to become the best person I can be and continue to grow, and to grow to not only help myself, but to also help others. So community and connection. Thank you, TrūAura.
So yes, community and connection. And yes, you did hear Lucretia right. She has 7 kiddos at home. She just joined us last September and has been doing wonderful. So you might go, do I have time to do this, right? Do I have time to do it? Well, if Lucretia has time with 7 kids at home, you definitely have time. She fits it into how she wants to work her business. She's defined success for herself. She's not selling 11,000 like what April is, but she's doing what she wants for her new business. And maybe it develops into more, as maybe it turns into 6 kids at home and 5 kids at home. And then it would go actually down to 2 kids because she's got twins in the middle. So whether you're joining us because you like that idea of clean, safe, healthy products, Maybe a flexible side gig. You're just like, hey, I'd love to make some extra money. So when we can go on vacation again, we have that money set aside. Maybe it's for private school or whatever it might be. Maybe it's to supplement or replace an income. Tired of working for the man, right? Maybe that's what we can be for you. Maybe you like the idea of being able to work your business from specialized tech, like an app, your own website, those type of things, but you've never been known how to do it and you don't really want to figure it out. Well, we have it figured out for you. Maybe you just want to make a difference in other people's lives. If that's you, I'd love to hear from you. Again, my cell phone number is 214-908-3221. We'd love for you to get started today. And if you're like, man, I'd like to try more products. Well, first of all, this isn't for just now, it's all the time. When you promote to the first two levels, which is really only selling $500 and $1,000, you're going to earn $379 worth of free product. Also, what we do is in your first 60 days of being in the business, we're going to throw an extra 20% minimum off of what you sell. So you saw the sales bonuses were from 20 to 50%. We're going to say on everything you sell, no matter what tier you are at, you're going to make a minimum of 40% in your first 60 days. You get to that $2,500. When you get to that $2,500 level, you're going to make 50% on all of it. But what we want to do is we want to be committed to you at the beginning. We want to get money in your pocket. We want to help you grow your business. We want to invest in you because you're investing in us. I hope that you enjoyed your time this evening. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Reach out to the person who invited you to this call or sent you the link. We always send out a lot of links every week. If you think of anybody that would love this link, reach out to me. Reach out to someone and ask for it. We'll get it to you. If you'd like the slides because you joined us on the phone and you were calling in and just listening, reach out to me. I'll get you the slides so that you can go back and follow along or the link that you can watch this recording. Have a great evening, and thank you so much for joining me. Have a great long weekend on this holiday weekend. Thanks.